Yep. What about now? What about now? Do you hear me now? Do you hear me now? Do you hear me now? That's nice. Okay, now I will just, try to get my speakers out. So, yeah, I'll try to unmute it, and thank you very much, dear Grace Beard, to help me to find a way how to, just getting out through this very ugly technical stuff. So, thank you for watching me. As I mentioned, it was kind of a while when I starting from the beginning. Now I got some kind of a personal problem, so I wasn't here for a while, but now I'm still back, and I would like to try as much as I can to improve technical possibilities for sure, and find a way how to make a bunch of nice streams as well. So today, for the beginning, as usual, I just go through a few positions there, just to get a 3 minutes game for 3 or 5 games, and then we will start from there. Okay, what is this? This is just nothing. So I'll just exchange a few pieces, bring my other knight there on e6 in order to get him on d4. If he exchanged the dark square bishop, then I will get with the pawn on e5. This pawn will serve me well there in the center, and behind those light squared pawns, this bishop on g2 will not play a huge role later on. So my idea is here, first of all, to spot how he will continue and then start from there. This bishop is worth of this rook for sure, so I will sacrifice the exchange for the pawn and tremendous, play on this light diagonal. So here he will have a lot of the problems. Now the checkmate is following there on g2, and I don't see a clear way how he could, do anything to stop me from doing that. In most of the cases, especially if you get the pawn for the exchange, probably it's enough if you have one very active piece. For instance, here this bishop on h3 is better than all white pieces than he has there. So now not only did I have the 2 pieces for the exchange, I also have extremely good position there. Okay, now I'm not sure. Could I save this bishop now, because rook h4 is the next move. If I go for f5, rook h4, probably I can do something like this, because what is his problem now? If he go for something like this, there is a checkmate, but he didn't spot it. It's not easy, to be honest, spot it right from the beginning, but usually when you start thinking from the perspective what you could do, then you will also see what the opponent could do. So here basically we just would like, to checkmate white king, and usually, as I mentioned, this kind of a position is very good even with the exchange down, because for this exchange that I sacrificed, I get tremendous bishop on h3, and even though if I don't have this knight, the position is just great for the pawn against the exchange, but here actually I get 2 pieces and the pawn for this rook, so it's remarkable. So now I will try to do something that I usually does before. So I'll try to make the simul and start kind of show from there what my attention are and how I would like to proceed in chess. I'm a teacher, or however you like, the coach for 15 years or maybe more. I work with many students, so I have very nice results in the past, and I could, I hope that I could find a way how to help you with improving the chess. So if you like, just hit subscribe button, and we could see us for a more and more time there. So as usual, I'll go for the 20 minutes with a 60 seconds increment. No extra clock time, I will say, and I'll play as usually random. From time to time I have the option to go for a white or for black, but here I really would like to get, for the kind of a random chess. So I'll try to click on the host simul, and we will see who would like to get the chance here, of course. So I have the random site, so I'll just start picking up whoever like to play. For all of you guys that are watching, Grace Beard and Sashi Sayu and whoever is here, I would like to give you the chance, just to get and start playing if you like, of course. So the Sony 3 of 7s are here. Hi to all. I'm at live stream, so you could watch in live this simul with a commentary, of course. So Chessing, and William is here, the Nose Mo is here, and then Nectar is here. So we have kind of 6 people here. We will for sure have more, so I'll wait for a few minutes. Yeah, let's see who else is here. Chessing is here. Yeah, why not? Okay. So, as I mentioned at the very beginning, if someone didn't listen, I made quite a few of the simuls like this in the past. I started with them kind of half a year ago, or maybe even more, and I get pretty much good results. I'm kind of getting a nice commentary. I get a lot of nice people for chat, if nothing else. So those kind of the simuls will be more educational. It's not a big deal, if I if I win or lose, or I don't think it's kind of a big problem if you win or lose. At the end of the day, I think that the goal for me is to start doing everything what is in my power to help you with getting to be better, of course, in chess. And for you, of course, I think the goal should be that you find some kind of a path, the way how to improve. Because those simuls are really, from my view, educational one, I really would like to say to all of you guys, just if you have any kind of questions, please say in the chat. I will be more than pleased to speak with you, to try to see what bothers you, to see if you have any kind of the questions that I directly could improve. And also you can always find me on my mail, mainly on the chess here, or you could send me invite wherever you can. It's very important to start with some kind of a straightforward way of thinking in chess, especially for someone who is, a kind of beginner. It the margins that are in chess could be, you know, huge, or they could be even smaller, but you have to find the right way how to deal with them, and it's basically much better to start with something that will be usually smaller and then grow. So there is a bunch of possibilities for anyone who start learning. You could, you know, play like here with the simul, with the guys who are of course stronger, with the some trainers. You could work with your neighborhood, maybe if he is better. You could start teaching with the books. There is a lot of material there on the internet. There is a lot of available player there. They are always willing to help, and so on and so on. If someone, hi to all, now we will start. Go please to the live stream. And please, any questions, just ask. So from time to time I'll try to take a look at the chat button just to see if someone has something to ask, and we will start from there. So it's a 20 players there, and we could start to seeing what will going on there. Just to know, do you generally start to stream at this time? No, to be honest, I start stream, you know, mainly a little bit maybe later, but in between of 7 p.m. here in Croatia, I'm from Croatia, to something like 9 p.m. So in between of those hours, I'll be mainly here. So auto switch, yes, of course. I just take a look what happens and I don't see the table. So yeah, I'll you know, try for today just go and stick to my main repertoire, which will be, you will see d4 with white, and usually this will be c5 with black, but here I'll try to go for more, you know, provocative way of playing. It's so-called modern defense, which is basically saying, okay, white, please get the center, get everything, and then I'll try to break you down later on. So it's very provocative way of play. It's not a classical one where black just would like, you know, first of all to equalize and then start from there. G6 is mainly very different way of thinking. So you just would like to be as aggressive as you can. After knight f6, I'll go for the bishop g5. It's mainly something that I usually does in my own games, tournament games as well. I work also and write the books for a great teaching site, which is Chessable, and I made 2 of them. I made it from basically a black point of view. There I have the repertoire based on the first move, e4 c5, of course, as a Sicilian, and then also with the king's Indian as well. Here h4, knight f6 doesn't make sense. H4 in nature for the first move or second move is not so good. Later on it is. It could be potentially very nice, but here versus the first move it's quite not easy to arrange. So your opponent offers a draw. Yeah, we will play for for a little bit. It's not, you know, usually something that you would like to do in the second move, to offer someone a draw, but basically you could start thinking about that when you equalize, and then start to get some kind of a play after that. Here, okay, everything is just fine. d5, now knight f6. Now I have not the pawn on e4, so I could go for this kind of a setup. Here I'll go for d6. Hi there, aspiring fox. Here I could go for d6. It's just, you know, straightforward stuff. So h6 is just a lose of a time and the tempi, basically, because my attention is to take the knight on f6. So it's not a big deal, and basically white lose, black lose quite a tempi there. So e6, c4 or e4. Let's go for c4. Knight f6 now still doesn't have sense, but okay. Let's stick to the main plane, e3, and now bishop d3. and d5, King's Indian, why not? And here, this setup without the knight on f6 allow black to go for e5. So what you would like to do is to set up the e5. Knight e7 is a nice move. Let's see from here, d4. Now I would like to pick up the pawn. Knight e7, e3, everything is perfect. Bishop c4, some kind of knight g5, bishop takes f7, so e6. Just to stop this, bishop takes on f6. Okay, we have pretty much solid positions there. a6, g takes on f6. Okay, but now I get time and everything here, so why not to get even e4? I could get g3, but basically let's go for e4. Bishop c4, again e6, so I just don't want to give him the chance to go from there. And here I could pick up the pawn with the queen or with the knight. Why not with the knight? d5, I'll exchange the pawn. c5, c3, of course. e4 and castle leads us to a King's Indian straightforwardly. Here e3 or c4, e3 immediately. Knight d4, bishop g7. Let's put the pressure on the knight. Now let's go for f4. c3. So knight d2, knight c4. Let's try first with h6. Just not allow him to put the pawn on h5 or to be able to go for g5. Let's go with h5 here. So, as I mentioned, if there is kind of questions at all, you could always start asking me questions. I will try from time to time to take a look when I find a way or find the time to take a look at the chat. So obviously to start thinking about some kind of the help for you. Here h4 still doesn't make so much of the sense, because if you would like to bring the pawn on h4, h5, you should probably choose a much wiser way, because now after bishop g4, h5 is just not possible there. Knight will go to a d2, d5, bishop g5 I really like, and now d5. I don't think this could be so good for black, sorry. Castle, knight e7, bishop e2, and now e5. So this is straightforward King's Indian, which I really like to play. c4, d6, knight c3. Okay. e6, knight e2, queen b3. Okay, knight f6. Now the pawn on e4 is hanging. Okay, bishop goes back. Bishop f5, queen b3, and again h5 or even h6. Yeah, now the big difference is that before he put the pawn on h4 was clever, more than the first one who start doing the straightforward attack that I mentioned with h4. So here you could see that he insert the move bishop c4, which kind of leave me with option to go for e6, and now there is no way for me to start with bishop g4. So you could see here that white a little bit of out trick me and basically doesn't allow the best possible solution, so I have to be a little bit more cautious here and go for h6. Dear Henry, thank you very much for a nice comment. Now I just see what you mentioned, so thank you for your nice comment. Here I will try to trick white, basically because now after e5, if he takes the pawn on e5, I'll pick up with check the guy on h4. Bishop e2, still you could see that h5 is not possible, so let's go with knight e6, start improving. c4, knight f6 back, queen b2. Dear Chess Sins, yeah, this guy from Turkey is extremely strong, I have to say, because here, you know, queen b2 is the main line, and since the Trompovsky is not the opening which is, you know, quite frequently played, just to say like this, you will not see as many of the games in the Trompovsky, especially not in this line, which I choose because d5 is kind of a line with extra sharp situation for white, of course, and black, and you have to just know the line. There is no way that you will start getting queen b6, queen b2 if you don't know. So obviously chess since is extremely strong guy, but we'll see how this will continue. d5, okay, d takes e5, e6, and now I could start with the same recipe as here with bishop to d3, of course, and after castle knight e6, this is just very familiar ground for anyone who play the King's Indian. Okay, let's go for e4. Okay, and now after c3 I'll just get this knight back, get the bishop back, and then start getting from there. Here for sure knight e6, just get the pieces on the right squares. Here knight e7, just be very solid, not to get any kind of instant pressure. What is here? Bishop e3. Okay, he has to protect the pawn. Now I could go with e5. I could go with now I have a bunch of options. I could go with knight f6. Could be a fairly strong move because still I don't show him my attention. And then knight e7 objectively could be a good move. I could start with h5, I could take on f3 and go for e5. I could immediately go with e5. I like this move because of the a6, and now let's try to check him to see what will happen. Yeah, you see here, it's very strong guy. So he knows he play almost instantly. So yeah, it's very strong opponent. We'll see how this will go. Knight c3 d6, bishop f5 e3. Queen d5, and now why not to get the c4? He would like to get queen e4. No, let's go for knight c3. Little bit better, I think. Okay, f5, just castle there on the king side. There is no need to be afraid of anything. Knight e7 and h6. So yeah, this bishop naturally belongs to e3 square, because what white really would like to do is to defend the pawn on d4 once. When you get this bishop, for instance, on g5, you made some kind of a pin on this nice dark diagonal, but what you really do here is help me to, you know, get the control over g5 square. So h6 will leave black with a pleasant choice to get everything under control on the king side. And now here the black position is just great. White set up the pieces, for instance the knight on d2 or bishop on g3 relatively on the wrong sides. So now I managed to get the e5 in one move, and now I could just get knight h6, knight f5, or even knight e7 I like, with the intention to go for the knight f5. Queen b6 he has to do. Now remember, if you play the lines like this one, what you would like to do is get the control over the queen side. And yeah, to be honest, he kind of get a little bit better position than usually. The position arrived after I have the knight on c3. Now the knight is on d2, but it doesn't really matter because my other knight will get there on c3. What you don't want to do here is to exchange on f6, even if he will take with the pawn, because then you will lose the control over the e5 square. But much more important is that this bishop will be dead, and the bishop on g3 at some moment will be the monster piece there on this diagonal. So let's start. Bishop g7. Yeah, there is just a very nice setup for white. Now I have to decide which kind of a move order I really like to do here. Bishop d3 h3 is probably the most direct, and today you could find the most positions in this move order. So let's start. After b6, I'm not so sure. I could start applying still the pressure, so knight f3, knight d5, bishop b5, this is my idea. King d2, yeah, now you could see how bad it is, so even maybe bishop g3? No, let's go bishop g5 check. Queen e4, yeah, it's a very nice guy. Bishop e2, and now am I afraid about h5 here? It's let's go for h6. Probably it's not the best way, but okay, who cares? Queen b3, okay, a b3, now I take the control, you'll see. castle, and now h3, just not to allow bishop g4. Now, no, could I castle, right. c3, knight f5, and after I pick up this bishop, everything is just fine for me, so let's start from there. Knight g4. This is just the main stuff in the King's Indian. If you like to play the King's Indian, you could find my book, which is made on the Chessable about the King's Indian, which I think is the best possible way to start, you know, applying the pressure with black almost against anyone. So queen d2, I can't really castle, you see, because bishop h6, but I could start doing something like knight e7, b5, bishop b7. It's usually a good thing. Knight f3, okay, he would like to get on c7, I don't care, I'll just castle. Queen d2, I have to defend my pawn. Queen a5, it looks like kind of a Scandinavian, if I'm not wrong. So I have to be precise. Bishop c4 I like here. Okay, knight to d7, and now I really would like to get my knight on c3. Or could I go first with b4, b5, just to show him that I'm better? Now just pick up the pawn, right? c6 will... Do I want to play c6? Maybe. Why to play c6? Knight c4, knight e4 will get the pressure on d6, so I don't have to take there on g3 immediately, and I don't have to go for c6. I could castle here, because, okay, bishop d7, then on e5 is saying, no, I first of all take on g3 and then go there. So, queen goes here, knight c6, bishop f3, now applying the pressure on this long diagonal. Let's go with bishop g7. Okay, bishop goes to d7, knight c7, now b5 is possible, so no. Let's go for a4, now the pawn is hanging. Queen c1, yep. g5, yeah, chess seems just very strong player, okay? Knight 2, bishop d7. Now I could pick up the pawn. Probably this is just the right way how to go there, because if you could take the material and not you know, getting your position to a really tough one, there is just no need to be afraid of this. Bishop d2 f5 is possible. I could go for knight h6 immediately. Let's go with f5. Knight f6, c3, take on d6, it's a check. Rook b8, castle there on the king's side. Rook g8, wow. Impressive. Bishop d3, a6. Yeah, this guy is very strong. So he almost done in no seconds at all. He has 4 more minutes and he gets to the main position, so it's very strong. Okay, bishop d3, knight to c3, king e2. Now castle on the king side. There is just tremendous initiative that I get there, and here I will just go for I have here, you know, possibility to start going with a5, allowing knight b5 at some moment. Yeah, I'll try to go with this one. c5, knight e5, and so on. Now I have to start doing something on the king side, so knight e5 will be the move there. Queen b3, this doesn't do much, so I could pick up the second bishop there. Just go with maybe even a6 first, just to see what he would like to do. Okay, h3, knight f6, now e4 is hanging, bishop b3. Now I could start doing b5, probably it's fine. Bishop f4, castle, no, I don't want to castle still. c6. let's now what I have to do is to get the square on d4 for my knight. So first of all I will exchange his knight, and then I will place my knight there. Knight c6, knight e2. Now bishop g4 is probably the idea that he would like to go there. a4 and b6. Of course I have to find a way how to get the position there on the king's side. c4, bishop c2, f5. Okay, now pay attention here to this position. So Wilson is getting here a very solid position, but strategically a little bit worse. So now why is so? Because he has the light square bishop and put all of the pawns on the light squares. This usually lead to the thing that the opponent could get under control the other color squares. For instance, you see here, if I manage to exchange this bishop and this knight for both of those knights, then my knight on e5 will be untouchable for the end of the game. So why not to try this? So bishop e4. Knight b3 here doesn't make sense, to be honest, because this knight really should go for knight c2. Now knight b3 allow me a5, a4, just to get rid of this knight. Bishop c4, I don't see the point behind this move, but okay, bishop c6, bishop c6, or bc. What about bc? Because d5, bc. I'll take with the pawn. Okay, I'll just get this one. Knight e4. Okay. Bishop f3 and now knight e4. So this was my original idea. Oh, I didn't take a look at the chess. Trying something here, don't know if it works. Okay, we'll see. h3, my idea is just to get a bishop on g3 here. Rook b6, now the pawn on b2 is hanging, so why not to just deal with it? And now e6. Yeah, very, very, very strong, I must say. Very strong opponent. Very strong opponent. Now, the problem is that if I go with c4 and he exchange on d5, queen b4 will allow this queen to go out. If I go knight f3, then probably g4 will result with the pawn on d5 that eventually will hang. So this is also out of the question. Now, I can't really take probably on e6, but maybe I could. Just because the pawn on g5 is hanging and I could go for knight g5 or knight d5, but I don't see the point there. So, and if I go for c4, e takes d5, f3, no, doesn't work. Chess, you know, yeah, chess since it's just tremendous players, so I have to find a way how to play here. Not easy at all. I don't know, maybe it's okay just to allow him to exchange the queens. Okay, I'll try to do this. We'll see what happens. Okay, now knight e5 is perfect, yeah. And now this just leads to a great position for me, because now white doesn't have the control over d5 anymore. My idea is now just to set up the pieces on the right square. So knight b4, bishop to c6, or even I could try to get this knight on e5 and then bishop on c6, or knight b4, bishop c6, knight e7. Let's go for this one. Knight e2, bishop f5 is my choice here, and now b5, just why not to get the squares there. Rook d1, queen e7, I have to go back. Rook d1, bishop b7, still some kind of moves that are almost natural, and now why not g4. Okay, bishop f5. Yeah, you know, this looks like a good move, but eventually even if I go for the rook f2 here and just leave this bishop on b5. What this bishop is really doing there? So this bishop, no matter if it's here, here or here, he will not do anything in the long run. Basically because this bishop is just the piece which it doesn't have the clear future. But I would like just to play on the queen side because I have now more squares and the space there. So c4 immediately. Here just go for a3, first of all, to don't allow him anything there. Bishop g5. Really odd move. Knight g6. g4. Wow! Now I'll take this bishop. Okay. c5 is this. Okay. Not sure. Queen d2. Knight f6. Just develop the pieces. Okay, now knight goes on this side. I could go here even with bishop g4 now. It looks like a great move, just to exchange a few minor pieces and claim that it should be okay for me. And here, bishop f5 allows e4, bishop b7, okay, knight h3, bishop h6, just don't offer him this bishop anymore, but I could still go for f5 maybe. No, let's go with the bishop back first. Now here white is a little bit better and for choice for sure. I just have to find a way how to, you know, increase the pressure. So I could even take on h5, but then he will take on g takes h4. Let's go here first. It's just a little bit better for white, not really something extremely good, but a little bit better. And now h5, just shut off everything there. And here now my idea is very clear. So when you have more space like I have here in the center and on the king side potentially, when black is just, you know, trying to get some kind of the counter play on the queen side, but still doesn't develop the pieces, what you have to do is to get the break in the center as soon as possible. So f3 and e4 will seize the deal here. Knight c5, bishop c6, but this just help me if I don't really overlook something. Okay. Okay. Queen b4. Knight d5. Queen c4, knight c7 doesn't work. Okay, let's try just a castle there on the queen side. And now castle long, okay. Queen e7. Bill Fracas really won the draw. Yeah, he really would like to get a draw. But we'll see, maybe it will be a draw, it's not easy to say. Okay, we shut and close the play there on the king side. Now we could easily get the castle there. Knight b3. Okay, he would like to exchange and get kind of a control, but now he overlooked the trick that I have. So bishop e4, it's something that I really would like to go for. Now just see, queen goes to d2, and then if I go rook d8, he'll go for queen e1, but then I will kind of try to get what I could on the queen side. So bishop e4 first. Yeah, f3, and now you could see what really is happening here with white pieces and the position still, because now I could just exchange the queens and you'll see that his pieces will be kind of ugly placed there. Knight g3, just why not to exchange now, and h5, and I will have a bunch of very good pieces. Now bishop f5 is attacking the knight on e4, h3 castle as quickly as possible. Bishop e7. Now this pawn is almost something that he could not find a way how to attack. So let's start immediate activity there on the king side. Sorry, on the queen side. Here f5 to improve the position. So little by little you could always find argument how to improve the position. So here you see it's very nice play on the queen side. So, and potentially here this could lead to a massive problems for black. Just for the pawn he will have a big problems there. F3 and now H5. So what I would like to just not allow him is H5. So H5 is a critical moment. Queen E2, and of course I just have to castle on the king side. There's just nothing for him there. H5, always G5. F4, and now as I start, explaining on the beginning of this simul to help you to understand what basically means to improve. Here, for instance, we have the position where white, has better development, has more space, and start applying kind of a pressure in the center. But this also, is not here so effective because his pieces are not on the best possible squares. For instance, this knight belongs to F3, those rook probably on E1, or even this rook belongs to E1 and this one on F1. So here with all of those pawns, I could very easily neutralize them by start attacking the most vulnerable one and start playing on the light squares. So knight F6 and then knight G4, potentially knight D5 or D5 himself will apply more than enough pressure to equalize this position. And now here knight A6, this wasn't the move that I was afraid most, but okay, we'll see what happens. Bishop D1 has to be played because knight C2 was the idea that I have prepared there, but still now knight D3 at some moment could make a problem for him. Let's go with rook FD8 here. Should be 7, A5, so just rolling those pawns on the queen side looks like very attractive option. And now he castled there, so it means that F5 could be the move. In G2, just to protect everything. A4 is a bad move because now B4 and C5 squares will be always good for me. Knight F4. What is this? Bishop exchange this. Okay, and start applying the pressure on the queen side. Okay, queen D4, rook D1. Oh no, or maybe first to castle there on the king side. Okay. Castle on the queen side, it's very, wow. Courage. Queen D2, okay, rook FD8, we say that this should be okay. Queen E1, of course, and now let's start to getting all of the squares for my pieces on the queen side. So queen B8, rook C8, and start getting the pawns there. Let's go with E4 to open the game here. And here, still, this pawn is, just weak. This one is weak, so you see, I let white to kind of get a space as in the first example, few tables before. So first of all, you allow white to get the center, to get some kind of space advantage, and then what you really would like to do is to counter-strike him as soon as possible. And that's why this we could see as the modern treatment of the positions, and this is so-called Robach or modern kind of opening there. Okay, now you see I just start opening the game and it should be better for me. And here knight C3, B3 doesn't really do much, so let's start my idea with rook F7, queen F8 and H6, knight F7. I still would like, to exchange one piece and then get my other knight on E5 if it's possible. So let's exchange the knight. Queen D2, bishop H6 at some moment could be an idea that he would like to go for. Knight E7. Take on F4, and now my original idea was to go with B5 because queen B5, bishop B4 he's probably lost, and if not queen B5 I don't see the move, so B5, queen E1, and we say knight E3, right? Rook rook b8. What is this for the move? Rook a2 or a4. 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 c5. c5. And now bishop e4. Yeah, but this, you know, knight b5 looks okay, but what this knight really would like to do, so I could... Could I? Knight e4, bishop takes on d8, bishop takes on a4, bishop takes b5, a b5, knight e4, bishop d8, knight d2. Yeah, it's not so good, so knight e4, but not sure what I have to do here. So knight d4 is the idea, but here bishop d8, knight d2, rook d2, rook d8, knight c7 doesn't work. If I take first here, then cb potentially will open the c file. Am I afraid about this? No, I think I'm not. Okay, bishop d3, bishop d3 is just better, a4, and now start to getting the pieces closer there. Now I could go for e6, d5, c5. This looks like a great option for me. Knight d5 is possible, but I'm not afraid about this option. I could provide some kind of a pressure on queen b8, rook c8. This looks like even better option there. Queen d3, okay, now he is applying some kind of a pressure there, but now I have d5 break, which eventually will get all of the light squares. Here e6 is just, you know, be patient and provoke him to do a mistake, bishop d5, and again, you see, this bishop looks like some kind of a piece, but what eventually this piece does? Nothing. I could start exchanging and claiming that I'm better even there, because at the end of the day, I will, if queen d5, e d5, a b5 take a pawn, and if not, knight will go to a5. So knight c4 looks like a very good option here, knight g3, and now I just have, I think, I just have much more there on the queen side than he has on the king side. Queen goes to e2, offer me a pawn, but bishop g5, I'm not afraid about. Knight e4, bishop e4, bishop g5, hg5, and after queen d5, queen e4, d5, and then after d5, rook h5. So I'm not afraid about this. Bishop d8, b4 now. Just get everything there under control. Queen goes to d5 with check, bishop b7. This looks very ugly for him. I'll just start opening the game there. Okay, I understand. Now knight e4, bishop d8, knight takes on d2, bishop d8, rook d8, knight d4, bishop h6. Now this makes sense, I think. Wow, chess scenes destroy me completely. Completely. Wow. I have to go for rook c4, I don't see anything else. Knight e4, okay, but I'm not afraid about anything there on the king side. Rook h4, still fine, but nothing really clear for white. Exchange on d5. Now I could see which piece I would like to exchange. Probably this knight, because this knight secured those squares. This knight on g4 doesn't do anything, so bishop just could go back. So I would like to get something like this. Yeah, okay, but this is just nothing. Bishop c4, still I applying a pressure there. Bishop d5, and now, to be honest, it's time for starting some kind of a play. Now I'm thinking about bishop takes on f6 with the idea of queen h5. This is the first thing. And then the second option is just to start applying some kind of the pressure by exchanging the minor pieces, but I don't see how to exchange the pieces if not on the way like I choose with queen h5. If bishop f6, queen h5, king d7, knight e4, yeah, I think this will work. Okay. Okay. Do I do something wrong here? No. He offers me a piece. Why? He's here deadly lost. I don't see the move after this one. Yeah, but now I'll just start chasing the king. Okay. Do I would like to get this rook on d8? I have to. Okay, now I get a pawn in the game probably, and after knight f3 I could choose to pick up this one or this one, then exchanging on this one, then getting bishop d5, which is the best. I could take here, knight f5, queen e2, bishop f3, queen f3, knight d4, but it doesn't quite work, or? And c5, knight e2. I have a bunch of very strong options here. I could even go knight f5 immediately, but bishop c1. So, but this looks like a good option for me. So knight e3, queen e3, knight f5, queen e2 for instance. Bishop takes on f3, queen takes on f3, knight takes on d4, and then c5. And I get the pawn if I'm not wrong. Let's try. Maybe I made some kind of a blunder there, but we'll see. Queen d5. This is just terrible, I think, for him. Queen g6. Yep. Queen e2. Okay, he would like to get here the pawn, but queen e8, take on h5, f5 should be enough. Bishop c6 is a clever move, I think. And now a6, but I don't like this move at all. Now, if I get the rook on a1, he could not take. If takes with c-pawn, I'll pick up the one on d5, so it looks awful. And now just pick up the pawn. 7, bishop e4 or knight e4, both moves are fine. Which one is better? Queen f7, knight e4. Okay. Okay. The pieces are just badly placed for him, so I'm a little bit better. And here c5 probably makes sense. Knight g5, knight e6, so rook e7, knight f5. We'll see how I kind of manage to calculate. Okay, now the one on e7 is hanging. I really like to get e6 here because there is just nothing for him to stop me or prevent me to do this. f5 is enough. It's a piece, and here I also have a piece, so I could go with knight f6 back. I could do whatever I like. Bishop e5 will be the nice move, so knight f6 back. b6 just over. And now I don't have to, I think, take the guy there because rook b7. But what if I go for c6? Queen b6. Wow. Okay. knight f8, bishop, if I go rook e8, bishop h5, and then I'll stay with this extra dual piece. If I go for, I go back, try to go a4, e4, rook d1, check, king c2, knight b4, rook e2 is possible. Okay. No, this will not be a draw because it will be very hard to defend the a7 pawn here. Here, I don't like this move at all. But what to do? I have to be faster, so I have 8 to 10 minutes still for all of those moves, so yeah, here he will just kind of lose the pawns there, and after I break with h4 this is just nothing for him. Now knight f5 should be... No! What? I overlook. Here I make a terrible blunder. My idea was knight f5, but now I see that there is just the option for getting rook g2, which kind of killed me, so I have to sacrifice the material. Rooks, okay. Queen e2, as I mentioned. Knight takes on d4, yeah, now knight f8. Just to exchange the knight, the bishop is not important. Now knight c4, or bishop could go on c4, or bishop e2 just... I'll play bishop. No, what he would like to do is get d6 here. Let's go here. Okay. But now he is just lost. He's dead lost there. Here I would like just to break. Okay. Okay. This also looks very ugly for him. This is just lost. Now I have 2 pawns. So it's probably over. Here there is nothing. 95 will go. So let's go with Queen c7, then rook b8, then 95, bishop f3, queen f3. I have to go. Rook g1. Okay, there is now potential kind of problems for me, so I have to start exchanging the pieces. Not sure really if I'm right, but we'll see. I'll pick up this one for sure. Let's check. Bishop e6. Yeah, I have very nice positions there. Now, yeah. I could not believe that where I'm taking a look. How I could make so big blunders? I don't think at all. I just make a terrible blunders. Okay, but this is just lost. And here it's not so bad, but um, 94. Okay, now I managed, just to shut the offense down. Now I could pick up on d4. Yeah, but now, you know, this just look like a terrible option. So now I just start picking up the pawns. King f1. f5. Wow. He offers me everything there. Bishop g7. Now knight f7 will run into bishop c3. And rook f7. Bishop takes on e5, bishop takes on e5. I don't know. Rook c4. Okay. No, I don't. What I have done. Okay, here is just fine. I'll pick up the next one. Here knight f6 should be fine. And here queen e1, what is going on? c5. Just shut the things off and claim that it's just great for me. And here, yeah, this was the initial problem that I think could be there, but queen e7 probably should be fine. Exchange on f5, okay, bishop 5, knight d5, we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's just resignable, so check. This pawn looks like one that I could take. What if I go with f4 and then just go for queen rook g7? Yep. g5, knight h5, it's not a big deal. Queen e5, wow. It's not good. And d7 will be the best move, but it's not possible, unfortunately, so let's go with a5. Bishop h3 is nothing. Not to overlook checkmate, but it's probably winning one. And b4 is very strong, so yeah, we make kind of a progress. I lose only one, I think, for now. d6, knight f3. Yeah, this should be winning. Queen g4, this, you know, just doesn't do anything, so I could do whatever I like. Okay. Yep, this was the only move, so I'll just pick up the pawn. Okay. Oh, Bill Fracas would like to take a draw. And I could not escape from here. He has actually a piece, but I make a terrible blunder in this game. So yeah, I will kind of accept a draw here, because I don't have anything else to go for. And here I'll try to occupy the d file. Rook d1. Okay, why I didn't go immediately for queen e7, because then a white king will go on c1. But it's probably also a problem here as well, because I have to go with queen e7. Now we'll see if he will find the move there, but here he is lost because of this pawn. So queen f2 and then queen b2 should be winning position. And here, to be honest, I don't think that it's a big deal for me, since I have everything under control. But let's try to get for d5. Maybe it's not the great thing because of the knight c5. So let's get the rook on b8 first. Here I have to resign because I'm a clear rook down, so I don't see what could be done here. Maybe g4 just to see. Rook d2, but I probably should resign. h5. Okay. 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 Wow. Take on d5, now c3. Yeah, rook d7. Yeah, and I have to say there are many very strong players. Like for instance, Aspix Fox. It's, you know, it's not clear at all that rook d7 works, and I have to be honest, he spent probably a few seconds for this move, so I assume that Aspring is extremely strong opponent. So now I probably am lost here, because queen d4 will leave my knight on f6 without defense. I'll never go back with the queen. If I take on d7, then he will take on f6, but with the knight, and then potentially the knight will go on h5 with check, and the mate is on g7. So yeah, I'm totally lost here. This guy is extremely strong as well, and this guy also. So yeah, as much as I play, I saw some players who really play incredibly good. h5, it's not the move, right? Why is this? What is this? Rook h6 check? And I'm still fighting? Don't know. But we'll see. Rook g1, it's a second piece. I don't know how this will help him. Queen b2 should be a move. And here it's a draw. Rook f2, rook f8. Just exchange one rook. Not applying the pressure, and here's c5 actually, because now this queen is on this long dark diagonal. Yeah, you know, it's is extremely strong. Wow, what a move. And I could not, you know, find a way how to continue here, because knight h5 and queen g7 is a checkmate. So I think that whatever I does, it's just awful for me. So because queen d8, knight h5 is a double, king h6. Yeah, but you know what? Queen d8, knight h5, king h6, queen g7, king h5, rook g5, king h4, and I'm still fighting. But queen h6 is the deal. But even better is if I go queen d8, knight e8. Whatever I does, queen g7 is a checkmate because of the double check. So yeah, this Asperix is extremely strong. So okay, but here I'm still fighting because there is just something not so good. But here, yeah, it should be just winning on the spot. He outplayed me incredibly. So yeah, I'm fighting in few games. In some of them I'm lost, so we'll see. Here I have to exchange the queens, and I will exchange this rook, of course. Yeah, knight h5 is just, you know, it's so strong that I could not do anything there, and I have to take the knight. Okay, let's take the pawn here. Okay. Yeah, you see, it's just resignable. Turkish throw as well is extremely strong. Yeah, I have to say that some of those opponents are extremely strong, and I think that the people usually, in my view, are just getting better and better very quickly. Especially the people who really would like to improve. So. I will say that here we could see a clear example of a people who are extremely strong. So yeah, nice game. Yeah, you see, it's almost unbelievable checkmate. So king h5, it's the only move. Then rook g5 is check, and after king takes on h4, queen h6 is checkmate. So you don't see this so frequently because it's incredible tactic. And for someone who is just 1500 rated, to see, just I really would like to see who is this guy. Ah, he just started playing 12th of September. Yeah, only one game. Wow, that's why probably is so strong. But okay, yeah, well played. Have to resign because I'm toasted. And here it's clear that there is just no way for him to play anything, so I could do whatever I like. Everything is just winning on the spot. Night before, and then he started dancing there around my king, so but knight c2 is not possible, knight d3 is not possible, so I'm try to escape with my king, try to pick up the pawn, h6. Do I have to be afraid here? Don't know, maybe I managed to lose this one as well. Okay, h3. Now it's not clear at all. There is just no clear at all. Will this be a new queen? Probably. g6. Interesting. Okay. Queen g4. Yeah, I have to just. It's a rook up, so should be winning very easily. Bishop g6. Yeah, now it's starting to be very double-edged. Unfortunately for him, I have rook e4 as a check here, so it gives me a tempi here. I'll sacrifice a pawn for the play. King f3. We'll see. Take on g7. King g7. Did I miss something? Because if I am, then will be awful for me. Oh, Bill Fracas. Yeah, good game. Very nice. 13 years old. You're extremely strong for someone who is 13 years old. So a very good game. Here I would like to exchange the rooks and get to the minor pieces endgame. And here, why not check this guy? And after g6, yeah, but I will get 15 queens there. Rook d2. Maybe I make a draw here. We'll see. Good night. Now I managed to escape finally there. Wow, 95 just to cover some kind of squares. And here, okay, through the checkmating things, I could first of all go for c4. It's not possible to take because of the queen e4. Yeah, but here, just not... What is going on here? He would like to checkmate me there. This looks ridiculous, so it's check. Now f5. Check. This, it's a draw. I don't see anything there. Hi Zokiman, yes I am. Are you also from Croatia? Yeah, he managed to get a very nice setup, so I'm not in time to get a rook there, but let's try to get king e7. I'm really think that I have something to go for there. And here bishop e6, I'm just a rook up, so why I'm afraid... Oh, yeah, bishop e6 should be enough. I'm a rook up, so yeah, it should be enough. Knight b4 was my idea first. Okay. And now what I really like here is that he is somehow tied up in a defense, so I could start attacking some pawns, like queen d6, bishop d5. I would like to pick up these guys, so why not? Start. Wow, if I took this one, he goes there. This one is hanging, so okay. His king is a little bit more vulnerable than mine. Check. Okay. Wow. Here it looks like I should be probably much better, but still there is a fight. Rook e2. Wow. Check. You have to be kidding me. If I manage to lose this one, this will be a yeah, now I think I make a progress, but we'll see. Still not sure. Bishop d5 just to start. Okay, queen f6, this is just, you know, winning, it should be resignable for black. Check, and I could not believe what I have done once again, but dear chessman, you managed to win this game after a very strong and sharp fight. So I overlooked the checkmate in one, so we'll see if he will solve, but probably I'm just toasted there. I make incredible mistakes here. Let's go. No, if I could take even an a4, it looks like a very strong move. Yeah. King h2, and now I have to start doing some kind of the attack. Bishop h6. Queen b2. Just applying the pressure there. g4. Okay, now I have some things to do there. So e4 check. Check. I have to take a draw here because it's I don't know what really is going on there. It's very hard to think about it. Here I would like to pick up some material, but he defended so well. And again, here I have a big problems. You have to be kidding me. If I lose the one there, I will be really, really concerned about my play, to be honest. No, it's just as I mentioned on the beginning of the play that it's, you know, this live stream is for sure something that I, you know, start doing because I really would like to help some people to grow, some people to start thinking in the right direction, and so on and so on. I'm not really, you know, in the mood that I will be pissed off or something if I lose the game, because yeah, I really would like to get the handicap for you guys to, you know, be in the position to beat me, of course. And I also see that the people are really improving, so it's a kind of a thing that I really like, based on the fact that you see some of the guys really threw me off from the board. So yeah, it's you know, all of you guys just improving, and I'm weaker and weaker. So yeah, we'll see what will happen. Okay, here I could take some kind of material, I suppose. If I take on c4, what will happen here? Let's try to see. Is there a checkmate? Because it is. It's really, really nice for him here. There's just nothing. So even king b2. Okay, let's start taking a pawns. And here, rook e8, queen e5, checkmate on e1. Yep. Let's start. So here I sacrifice a piece for, not sure if it's enough, but we'll see. And again, incredibly strong player. I'm not knowing who is 15 August. Is this also in about, yeah, less than a month? In less than the month. Extremely strong player. Probably he's just on the start of his career. Okay, so as I manage, here are some weak squares, so let's try to checkmate him. And here, queen f6 should be extremely strong. The only move, I have 5 queens, but probably it's not enough. And here, still, you know, I'm kind of curious. Let's try. No, I take this one. Check. Now I have one extra attractive option, which is queen takes on c2, but then maybe it's not good, maybe it's good, we'll see. Here, wow, what should be lost. I could pick up the queen there. It's just lost for him. Okay. Yeah, he will improve little by little. Bishop g4. If I start getting there, let's see. Yeah, but why here? You know, chess since. Why you offer me a draw now? Because, you know, now you should be kind of lost. Not still sure, but all the pieces are tied out. I don't know how you will manage to handle this, so you should be this is very interesting. Yeah, but you will never untie it, so now I could just check you on e6, pick up on e7 and claim that it's at least a piece, so I think you should resign here. Because on king c7, bishop takes c7, whatever, king b6, king e8, but just bishop d6, you're just lost. And here I could not believe what is going on. What is this? I have fifth. What? I don't understand those. But all the guys are here for a couple of days, so these guys, I don't understand. Oh, okay, still 2 days ago, so probably because of that he's so strong. Didn't play for a while, probably, so, but completely outplay me, I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. And here I just have to, you know, start picking even more material. So queen f4, the rook is hanging, c3 is in the air. Okay, let's see what happens here. Maybe I managed to win, but this is, you know, yeah. Okay, let's go first here. Let's try taking those pawn. Three pawns. Versus a rook. And now where I would like to get the knight on f3, knight d7, knight c5, knight d3, okay? Bishop h5. Don't see Wilson. Let's see this guy. Still a month ago here. Yeah, probably some beginners, very strong beginners, so we'll see. Knight c5. Yeah, here is you know kind of a probably drawish endgame, because I have two pawns for the exchange, but you know how these positions start playing just a few minutes ago. This was almost like, you know, no-brainer for me, but then you see how this could easily go wrong for someone who don't really understand what he's trying to achieve. So yeah. Okay. No problem, Iskander. Thank you for being a part of this live stream. So, okay. Yeah. What is this for the move? Okay, now it's... Oh, now I'm not really sure. Now I'm not sure if this is a draw. This is not for sure, it's a queen for me, so it should be winning. If I go for e2, knight e5, he's lost. Here we'll see. But why playing this? I'm not sure. It's just the queen, so... This is just ridiculous. What I managed to win at the end, this is just ridiculous, to be honest. Because yeah, nice game. Judges reached, but I was a little bit better, so I managed to, you know, win. Yeah, but it was very nice shot for white. Okay, at the end I didn't manage to win normally, so I kind of just get this incredibly dull position to even get a win. Here, after a chess, what really I could do? Only this move is possible. Okay. Why I don't even start thinking for a second? And this is just ridiculous. Yeah, I'm probably just tired, but okay. What to say? He's outplayed me until here, so there is no need to be, you know, not happy. But okay, I have 23 minutes, so it's a lot of of a time for something like this. But you know, I'm kind of concerned for my play even here, because you know, this kind of a game was, I don't know, but I get a feeling that, you know, here everything was fine, and then those are quite anti-positional moves, and then he find all of these things, rook a1, then play for bishop h5, and then go for knight g5 and h4, and yeah, this is extremely strong player, to be honest. I don't see, yeah. Okay, what I'm doing here, am I lost? Probably. Now I'm kind of almost checkmated by queen h7 or queen f7, so I have to start thinking about defense. The good thing is that I have a bishop pair, and I have, okay, I'm a pawn up now for sure, but I have a bishop pair, and this is always, you know, extremely good for the side who has them, because the bishops are, especially in those open positions, extremely strong. So it means that with all of those bishops, there are only two, but it looks like, you know, I have a bunch of them. I really control whole board there, so it's very hard for someone to you know, just find a way how to neutralize them, because what you have to do is not only to start thinking about the exchanges here, and queen f6 will make the attack on the knight and start picking up the pawn. I also have this passed pawn, which will be clearly supported by those bishops, and then this king will be very vulnerable. Just imagine bishop d6, queen e5, and the checkmate is there for about a move or two. So I have a bunch of extremely strong options that I could start to get there. And queen c8, is this a good move? Now queen f6, the knight is hanging, we'll see. what he will. Now this knight is hanging, the pawn is potentially hanging, there is just no way that this queen will defend the knight, so I kind of get a control over the position, and also probably g3 is now not the best way how to deal with the position, because queen c2 or even queen c2 I think will be the winning shot for me, because queen c2 will be with a check, and then I could even go back with the queen. So he has to be very fast here. Yeah, I saw this move, but this allow me the queen e7 with the same, or maybe even in e5. Okay. Now I have, everything, so I'll pick up the knight if he doesn't wants to exchange, and not really sure what else he could do now. He finds some very clever ways how to play, but still I'm kind of in control of the game. So we'll see. Queen e7, okay, now the knight is hanging, now king g7 will happen eventually, so I'll pick up this pawn probably in the next two moves, and then I will start from there. The problem for him is that his king on h2 is a big of a problem, because now if knight e5, bishop e6 will take the knight, and I could start, just picking up the pawn. There is tremendous bishop on d5, it is the extra pawn, probably I will have even the second pawn as well here, so there is just no way for him to establish any kind of the counter chances there on this board. So yeah, it's just lost here very easy. What you really would like to do in the positions like this one is to find the right approach, which means that we really would like to bring all our pieces into play. For instance, the bishop is on d5, just the monster, and this one, when get on d6, will be also the monster like the one on d5, or even on c5. I could now start checking him on c5 to improve the position of the bishop, and then start picking the pawns. So why not? Let's go with the bishop on the best square. Now you could see how powerful those bishops are. And after I pick up the second pawn on on g6, I'll go for king f6, e5, and he's just lost. If I don't overlook something concretely, like a piece, he's just going down in the next 15 moves probably, if he'll play it until the end. But this is just resignable, so probably he could start thinking about to resign. Now the last thing is just not to get into a kind of a trick. So king f6, knight e7 will pick up the bishop on c5, so king g7, just not to allow this trick, this little trick that white could try, so, and he's just lost. Okay, what are you guys thinking? Do you want to take a look at another simul, or it's better maybe to play for a few minutes games? There is just no one to answer, so I assume that you have enough for today. G4, wow. But why to go for G4? You offer me even more past protected pawns, so... You'll rather watch me play. Okay, we could try to play for some game after this one, so we'll see how this will go. And this is just completely lost, you know. We could start now thinking about something, but I don't see why to play. I'll just put the bishop now on d4 and go for e5, e4. I'll just blow this king off from the board, so... e5 is the next move, and then this knight is also, you know, out of squares. Knight d7 is the only move. Then e5, e4, and the game is over. So after this one we'll start playing for 3-minute games and see where this will go. So now you could see a real power of those bishops. Now after I put my pawn on e5 and e4, this knight is completely trapped. You see, it's not a single square that this knight could go. I could even start thinking about to, you know, take this knight, because okay, knight d8 is possible, but it's just nothing. But even I don't want, you know, to take the knight, because what this knight really means here, it's just the floating piece which doesn't even have the move, you know, to improve. So the only thing what he could do is knight f6. So it means that after e4, knight f6 will be just taken by the bishop, and I'm 3 pawns up in the same color bishop endgame. So it's quite not even playable for him. And if not, this knight is just floating without any kind of a square which he could, you know, even try to go for. So it's just the end. Now king g6, king g5, and yeah, it's just like Andrew says, it's just unstoppable. So there is no need for playing for white, but okay, if white would like to play, I'll play, because it's a fair play. And okay, it's the completing simul, so I don't even do so wrong or so bad. I managed to win 14 games, which is quite not so good, but okay, I managed to win more than I lose, so it's something, a little bit of something. Thank you all of the guys that are supporting me here. I hope that you kind of learn at least something from this simul, and it will be a much more of them, I'm quite sure. Now, what I really would like to do is that Henry says he would like to take a look at some games, so why not to pick up 3-minute games and see what will happen in them. So I kind of play for the last few days here on the Chess and on Chess24. To be honest, kind of have the problem with the time, and time issues make huge problems for me in most of the games, because I'm really not so fast for a lot of the players there. So, but let's see, I play versus the international master Silent and Calm, so let's go to see what will really happen there. Queen b6 immediately? Not sure. He would like to go for this variation. Okay, I'm not afraid about it, so we could play. It's not a bad for black, but it's not good, so good, because it's obviously that black queen is not on the on the best place. Okay, the pieces are kind of, you know, developed, but eventually if I manage to put the pawn on e4, this could lead to a nice position for me. So let's go for queen a4. Yeah, maybe I may make the mistake not to go for the on e5 for a bishop g5. Now I'm not so sure. Maybe this was the problem for me, but okay. b5 also, I don't think it's necessarily a great move. e4 is my idea, so rook c1 and then e4. Okay. Now this should be good for me. Now I will apply the pressure on the e5 pawn. What is this? What is this? I'll just take this pawn. Wow, what I miss. Did I? Bishop c4. Wow. But still. Okay. It's probably... It's probably drawish position here. Because I will have... I'm not sure that this is good for him, but okay. We'll see. I could just start picking up the pawns, or I could be creative here. Let's try to be creative here. My pieces are a little bit better than they are in the black camp. So rook d7, queen d5, bishop h7, some kind of a weird things could be done there. So we'll see. He's a 2-pawn up, but those pawns are really not so mobile, so I could start to applying the pressure by rook d7, bishop d5, queen d5 here as well. I have a few things that... Bishop d5 I really like. Now rook d3, rook f3. Yep. Now this will be a problem for him for sure. Yeah, but... okay. Oh no, now I make a mistake probably, but... okay. Yeah, I lose. I managed to lose on the time, and as I mentioned, this is the biggest problem that I have. I'm really not fast enough, to be honest, here on the computer. But okay, I could start claiming that I could play. Yeah, this Peter Mikhalchenko, go for some kind of a job of a variation. I'm not still sure how good it is. I didn't saw it for a while, but probably if this is the setup that he would like to do is just nothing. I just managed to get everything. C5 is the next move, and it's just a great position for me, I think. Okay, even though you will kind of get the pieces there, if I manage to just start exchanging the pieces and e5 should be a nice move probably, but let's get first the knight into play. You know, yeah, this looks like a good position for him, but you know, we have the position where even though, okay, he started doing some kind of a crazy thing here, but he will never checkmate me with this bishop on g7, so I could even go for king f7. The only problem is that I have to find a way how to get my king to be stable. Okay. Interesting, to be honest. Wow, is this possible? I will be really concerned if this is playable. Oh. How is this possible? Am I blind or I don't understand? I could not checkmate. Don't understand this. This is ridiculous, to be honest. It's completely ridiculous. It's just... why are we playing this? And I don't really understand. Wow. His idea was to make quick, pointless moves to burn the timer. Yeah, probably, but you know, I'm really, as you guys could see, I'm really slow, and in order to get a good position, you know, you have to burn some time, and obviously those guys with you know, just an easy play and with maybe a better mouse than I have, but I'm really, I think, have a problem with the computer monitor, because on the board, over the board, I'm quite faster than on the computer, but probably is also the lack of experience, because I don't play so many games there on the computer. So probably is also this kind of a problem where I find myself burning a lot of a time and don't find, you know, the winning blow like here. So it's a kind of a position which is lost for him in a 15 moves. So if he's king start floating from c1 to g3, it means, you know, he's just busted. So I just have to find one move in order to finish him, and I didn't find it for a long time. Here, hi, one last thing before I dip out. What books do you recommend for intermediate 1800 players? Dear Henry, this is a very nice question, but you know, when you start kind of improving, you have to get a very wide picture and a very wide range of little by little reading and trying to get as much as you can. Now, some kind of a plan is very how I don't even know how to say. It's very hard to find some, you know, exact way how you would like to go from with there from 1800, because it means you are on some kind of sorry, I would like first of all just to avoid this kind of play now. I mean, you are kind of at some level which I don't know, you are really there for a while, or you're just a new player who get 1800 in 2 weeks. So with first tournament, for instance, or the first few tournaments, because I know in the FIDE there is kind of a gap in the rating, so you have to probably play a few games before you get a rating. But at 1800, I think that the best possible way what you could do is to get some kind of a good trainer, and let him to do for you the job that is connected with almost everything. So the good coach will know where to, how first of all to kind of see where you are and what to do to improve as faster as it's possible. Because what I really think is that in order, almost anyone who will start learning will be at 2200 probably, because it's not, you know, not impossible to get there, but with a nice kind of guidelines which you could get, you could probably much faster grow up to this level. Because only with work, I think 2300 is just easily reachable for almost anyone. And if you have a little bit of a talent, and I'm sure that you have, it's kind of international master title is there for almost anyone if he's really capable of getting some kind of talent growing. And I think that almost every single player who play and is, you know, trying to get some kind of title could get there. Maybe not to EM, but FM it's quite reachable for almost anyone. I didn't go for the title because I was, and I am working on my day job, but you know, when I start thinking about the international master norm, probably I will pick up some tournament and get there. But before I get to this level, I, you know, start growing for myself. I know how difficult it is to, you know, grow in chess, because from the young or from my youth days, I improving to this level where I am now all by myself. I didn't get any kind of a real coach, you know, I have here and there some kind of a help. Sometimes this was even, you know, not a help, but some kind of a disaster. But with time, you kind of spot what really is going on and start from there. The biggest issue is, you know, if you are not on the right track, your kind of improvement will not be such an easy task. So my advice to you is just or start doing whatever it comes to your hands, or get a coach and start from there. For someone experienced, I think it will be a great option for you to work off. Dear Shvesh76, I'm complete novice. I wonder how many opening names exist till date. Yeah, it's almost impossible in chess, you know, here and there. Still, we could find some no ideas, new kind of things, because now it's the era of the computer, and you could see that the players kind of learning faster, getting some better positions here and there, starting to think about on the different tasks that at some point wasn't even something that the older master trying to hope for. It's I don't know how many, to be honest, of the opening it is, but I'm still sure that it's a whole lot of them, and it will be even more in the future, because today there is not just the classical kind of approach. You could see as I played in this game, if you take a look at the stream from the beginning, I used to go for some kind of a modern approach, which could lead to very double-edged position. Basically, with black you say to white, okay, I'll give you the option to start with a big center, I'll give you the option to start advancing with the pawns, but then little by little I'll try to, you know, make the targets of those pawns. First of all, I have to stop them, then I could make some kind of the targets for my pieces for this point, for these pawns, and then I could you know, just seeing how to proceed from there. In the past years, you could see the openings like, for instance, Greenfield, which black used for the same reason, but here is even deeper approach. Basically, you know, I don't open the game in the center immediately. I keep the things going very low and start building some kind of the momentum in certain moments. So it's a lot of the openings. Some of them are sharp, the other are very positional, but all in all there is a million openings up to a day. Lex85, hi Anita, how are you? I think that I will kind of think about ending this stream, but currently I'm at 1350. Can you recommend me any advice and book to grow faster in minimum time? Yeah, as I mentioned before to dear Henry, I'm not sure, you know, about the books or about some kind of the publication or even the computer. I think that the computer are out of your scopes, because the computer doesn't know how to think. The computer is just the machine, of course not the computer, but the engine is just the machine that will find the best move, not to find a plan, not to get any kind of a thing that human does. So the computer is out of the scope. From the books, if you would like to get any kind of the books from the strategy, Dvoretsky's soup of books are great. There are many other books as well, but basically it's very hard, you know, to know which kind of books to suggest to you, because I'm not you know, really know how strong you are. It's kind of a evaluation of a player strength, something that will be as the starting point from any kind of the perspective or any kind of the moment to grow. So I'm kind of think that probably it's like I say to Henry before 2100, probably you have to, you know, just read, try to, you know, get as much as things that you could do, and then you will see how it will go. Of course, you could think about the coach, as I mentioned to Henry, because the coaches are some kind, I think today, people who has the experience and could guide you, and this will be, in my view, something that will help you to grow the fastest as you can, of course. Thanks for the informative stream, great simul. Overall, my main goal is to reach 2200 someday and working hard for it. Yeah, I'm really glad to hear someone to say that, because I think that only with hard work it's able to, of course, grow. And if you just have enough spirit and if you just would like to improve, I'm pretty sure that you will. So thank you all the guys for watching me today. If you like, just click on the, yeah, and the 1800 as well is not reachable, so it's just something that you have to get as the target and then start learning from there. So thank you for watching me. If you like the stream, just click please on the like, subscribe button, whatever, and we will see us for the next one, which probably will be maybe even this week, maybe on the beginning of the next one, we'll see, but I'll be there for sure in the next couple of days. So thank you very much for watching me, thank you very much to support me here during this stream, and I would like to get you with a nice regards. Bye.